Good morning. So, yes, the title is true. I did make $20,000, well, just over $20,000 within actually technically 29 days of posting my first video on my personal brand. So if you don't believe that, fuck off. But the second thing is this video is going to be raw, unfiltered, unedited. I can't be asked to edit it because number one, it's first thing in the morning. And number two is if you have the attention span of a goldfish, this is not going to be valuable for you anyway. So you might as well just go and watch some really boring dopamine fueled video from Mr. Beast. If you do want actual actionable value on how I was literally able to go from zero on Stripe to just over $20,000 in monthly recurring revenue from selling subscription products with a brand new coaching and consulting offer from a personal brand that I started 29 days beforehand, then I'm going to explain to you how I was able to do that in this video. Now, if you want actual granular step-by-step information and tutorials on how to do this, either watch my other videos on this channel, or in the next couple of days, I'm going to be releasing a free 3-hour course that is the most in-depth course that is better than most people's paid shit online. Now, just to kind of give you my qualifications, this YouTube channel has like 800 subscribers. My TikTok has like 30,000 followers now. It actually got banned the other day, so I've got to try and get it back. But I have a YouTube channel with 155,000 subscribers, over 12 million views, and collectively across everything I've been able to generate probably over 30 million views, 40 million views online. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to building a personal brand. Now, I want to go over 2 parts in this video, and I was thinking about this last night before I went to bed, and I woke up this morning. I was like, I'm going to film a really quick video just to kind of hopefully change someone's perspective on what you're doing right now. So if you're a coach, consultant, agency owner, if you're running a done-for-you agency offer right now, or a service-based offer, I'm going to show you how to build a really lean and efficient, hyper-profitable personal brand that sells coaching and consulting offers with true recurring revenue. That's the whole point of this video. Now, the first part is going to be explaining my story of how I went from literally the beginning of 2023 to the end of 2023, like changing business from SMA to personal brand, and then I'm going to tell you how I basically did it. All right. Beginning of 2023 in January, I set myself a New Year's resolution. I went to there's a place called Megan's in London. If you guys are from London, you might know it's a restaurant. And on New Year's Eve, or like the New Year's Day, that celebration time with my girlfriend, we sat down and made myself a New Year's resolution. And that resolution was, I am going to pick one thing this year and I'm going to stick to it for the entire year. I'd struggled a lot with shiny object syndrome and all that kind of stuff. So I said, I'm tired of doing that because I'm spending too much time just jumping around. I'm going to pick one thing and I'm going to stick to it religiously for an entire year and see what happens. So at the same time, I said, right, I'm going to start a social media marketing agency. And before that, a few years before that, I had my YouTube channel with 155,000 subscribers, 12 million views, and I was making 6 figures a year. I shut it down. If you want a story on that, let me know and I can film a whole video. But you guys might recognize me from my viral video that got over 1 million views over on TikTok, exposing that story, which if you want more details, I will film a video on that. But I'm specifically talking about 2023. So I met up with a friend of mine, a guy that I actually met a few months prior, who actually recognized me from my Instagram. That's another story. Came up to meet me, and we started a real estate social media marketing agency in January of 2023. And we did all the traditional outreach methods. We did cold email, we did cold calling, which was painful. I hate cold calling. We did LinkedIn prospecting, which was actually the most profitable out of all of them. And we also did a little bit of Facebook ads towards the end of the agency. What else? Instagram DMs as well, and Facebook DMs. So we did literally every form of outreach at the same time. Now, when I started that, my intention was, how can I bring on a lot of clients, get to $20,000 to $30,000 in monthly recurring revenue, and make 80% profit margins like I'm told that I can do from certain online SMA gurus. Not going to say any names, but you guys know who I'm talking about. Now, the fact of the matter is, that is not true. It's not the case, all right, from my experience. Now, the reason why is a few things. Number one, a done-for-you service is moronic. If you're running it, think about changing it, and I'm going to give you a few reasons why. The first reason is, if you're running a done-for-you service-based business, if you're brand new, helping dentists or real estate agents like I was doing to scale their business, it doesn't work. You can't tangibly say that you can help someone scale their business if you've never scaled your own business. If you're fighting for your first client, and you're saying that I can help you scale to 7 figures, it just doesn't comprehend, all right? The second part of that is, once you do sign clients, now you are trying to scale your own business and bring on more clients, but every single time you scale your business, you've now got to scale more businesses, right? It's like you're now operating and scaling 6 different companies at the same time, right? And the expectation on you as the client, as the agency owner from your clients is ridiculous. Like half of them are like a lot of the problems that we have from our real estate agents, they're like, okay, cool. Got an agency owner here who's going to get us some booked appointments, and that was all our offer was. We're going to bring you leads, you're going to have to call them and set the appointments yourself. That's what we're doing. We're getting you the leads. They didn't do any of the work, and it's like they think that they're paying us like $2,000 a month, so we're going to do all the business for them. It's like, that's not how this works. So I hated it. I vigorously hated it. And we got it took a few months. The first 2 months, I think we made no money at all. Then we did $2,500. Then we did $8,500. Then we did $14,000. And I was like, okay, this is an upward trajectory. Things are going great. Then the next month we did a 0. And I was like, fuck, that's not good. And then the other problem that I had with the agency model is, I had to have a sales guy. I had to have appointment setters to actually manage the front end side of the business, right? Because when I just did everything, then we weren't delivering to our current clients. Then I was like, okay, now I've got clients coming in. I have to scale this, but I have to operate as a business owner, as a CEO. I can't be actually sending cold emails or actually DMing people or actually like working with my clients. So I had to hire people to get my clients results. So it ended up being like a 20% net profit margin. Sometimes it was like 30% net margin, but like it was really poor profit margins for the stress of dealing with clients every single day, having to log to Slack and getting all of them just hating on me. It was just a miserable experience. I hated it. We were just not making that much money. And I was like, this is not the dream that I was sold. Now around this time, it got to August of 2023 and pretty much done with it. I was so fed up, but I was like, I got to the point, I was like, am I quitting because it's just that quitting mindset? Or am I quitting because this vehicle that I'm in is just moronic and it is not a good business model to start, especially when you're a beginner, right? There's no profit margin to it. It's exhausting. I don't enjoy it. And like everyone else is doing the same thing. I've become commoditized. So essentially what I did is I said August and September, I lived in Spain, Seville for 5 weeks in August. And then I lived in Greece for 4 weeks in September. And around that time, I was like, fuck it. I'm shutting down the agency. I'm done with it. Completely shut it down. And I fired all of my clients. I said, you can go and do this yourselves. Honestly, you're an idiot. I don't like working with you. Fired all of my clients, went back to zero. Isaac, my friend, like we basically just called it quits. Like, this ain't going to work. It's not for us. The vehicle that we're in is just not going to get us to where we want to go. We hate it. There's no point flogging a dead horse. So at that point, I was like, what do I do? And I look back on my history and I was like, what have I done before that has been hyper successful, extremely profitable, that I've really enjoyed doing? And I was like, it was building my YouTube channel, my personal brand. When I had 155, I still have them, but 155,000 subscribers and I was getting like 400,000 views a month. I was like, I ran a 6-figure a year business. And I was like, I genuinely really enjoyed every second of running that business. Then I started looking at what every single online entrepreneur and guru is actually doing to make the money. Now they tell us to start growth operating, to start SMMA, to start dropshipping, to start trading, to start Amazon FBA, all these business models that are supposedly really, really great. But every single one of them is posting content online, selling us that dream. All right, selling us that business model, when in reality, they're making so much more profit and revenue from their personal brand. And think of it like this. When you're doing cold emails, cold DMs, and some form of cold outreach, you're doing one-to-one marketing, right? If I do Instagram DMs, it's me sending one DM to one person. Once I've done that, I go to the next person. It's me sending one DM to one person, not to mention all the follow-up, all right? Whereas with YouTube content or TikTok content or Instagram content, you post one video and it can reach millions of people. That's one-to-many marketing. Then you put your offer in front of those people and you get inbound leads that come to you, that want to work with you and actively want to pay you to help them solve the problem. And I was like, okay, well, that just makes so much more sense, right? Because now I've got leads coming to me rather than me chasing down business. And also I've done it before. So I was like, I know this works. So then what I did is I said, okay, now how do I actually structure a business model around that? And there's two things that I wanted to do. The first thing is I do not want to do a done for you service, because for me, I've got to scale my business. I can't scale yours as well, right? You have a business, scale it yourself. I will consult you and tell you what to do because I have experience. Now, with that being said, I was like, I don't want to do it for people, but I also want to stack monthly recurring revenue, because I know from my experience, again, that business is up and down, right? And content is up and down. The algorithms are always changing. Your YouTube channel may be doing great one month, but then it may not be doing great the next month. So I need to hedge my bets and assume worst case scenario. And how do I do that? What I do is I say, well, if worst comes to the worst, I get barely any views and I'm not bringing in any leads for my business, how am I going to still be making money? I have to be selling subscription products, monthly recurring revenue, right? Look at Iman Gadget, right? He's doing exactly this right now. You can buy his digital launchpad. It's like $37 per month. And he's selling that to like millions and millions of people. Right? It's a subscription product. So what happens is in like month one, let's say he probably makes $370,000 in month one, right? From his digital launchpad. He can never promote that ever again, really, and he'll still keep rebilling those customers. Yeah, you get churn rate and you've got to bring people on and all that, but it's much more recurring and predictable than like an agency model. An agency is not true recurring. Like, no matter what anyone tells you, because you say, oh, we work for minimum 90 days, you're forcing someone into a 90-day contract, and then you're not providing any great results, they leave after 90 days. You need to be able to say, well, actually, my products are so fucking good that someone's not going to leave, because if they leave, they're going to get worse experience than they would if they're paying the money. And so that's what I did, is I said, I'm going to create a digital subscription product. I'm going to create low ticket, then I went on to create mid ticket, and now I do high ticket consulting as well. And I said, how can I get as many people in, provide an amazing experience, and then ascend them through my different offers and then actually stack monthly recurring revenue. So this is moving on to the second part, which is how I was able to go from literally zero to $20,000, just over $20,000 in my first 29 days of posting a TikTok video. And so what I did is I started a TikTok account. And the reason why I did TikTok rather than Instagram or YouTube is because I knew that TikTok, I can go viral overnight. And obviously getting 1 million views promoting a product is by far and away the best way to, build a business. So what I did is I said I structured the business together. I built the product, which was a course. There was consulting. We also did coaching. There was also community. There's a whole load of stuff in there. We also did like one-on-one calls, and there was like the value for $50 a month was ridiculous. And I sold it for $50 per month with a 7-day free trial. So you could join it for 7 days. If you don't like it, you can cancel whenever you want. You can pay the $50. If you don't like it, you can get a refund whenever you want. So it was cancel whenever you want, refund whenever you want, and it was don't pay until you like it kind of deal, right? That was the offer, and it fucking crushed, right? Because all of my leads were inbound, they came straight to me, and within my first month, I think the first 2 weeks or the first week, I literally barely brought anyone on. We did bring some customers in, but then I started like getting better at content, started posting things, and like eventually just built some traction, went viral, got my first 1 million views, or like 1 million view video in my first 30 days, and literally within my first 29 days was able to bill just over $20,000 in revenue, in monthly recurring revenue. And the best part about this is then, so that was October, so then in November of 2023, I was able to pretty much do no more work, no more marketing, and I rebill the same $50 per month people, right? So I'd still make about just shy of $20,000 in November, because I'm just rebilling the customers that came on in October. And then the same thing repeats, right? So now I have predictable revenue that comes in every single month. So I pretty much spent November and December actually building out new offers, new products, improving the program, improving the process. So actually all of my students will be getting great results. And that's why we came up with a mid-ticket and then the high-ticket consulting offer as well. And long story short, that's now what I do full-time, building a personal brand. So here's my few main takeaways, right? Main takeaway number one is if you're an agency owner or a coach or a consultant right now that's running a done-for-you offer, stop what you're doing and offer a coaching, consulting, or some from a service-based business or some from a consulting business where you're exchanging information. So you give away the information for free on like your content, like YouTube, then you sell the support system. So if you need coaching, you need advice, you need more bespoke one-on-one custom help, consulting, that's when you pay us, all right? That's the model that I run now, and it works incredibly well. The profit margins are like 99%. My only costs are software fees, and if I buy something for the business, like a new camera or like a light or whatever it might be, right? So that's what I recommend. That's my first takeaway. The second takeaway is stop doing what these gurus are telling you to do and start doing what they're actually doing. Look at every single account, right? Look at all the copywriters out there that are telling you to become a copywriter. What are they doing? They're posting content and they're selling products, and they're selling consulting and coaching in their description, right? So do the same thing with something that you have experience in. If you are an existing coach or consultant or an agency owner right now that's sending cold DMs or cold emails or something like that to bring in business, stop doing that and start posting content online. I can guarantee you're going to get much better results. So those are my biggest takeaways. And just in general, if you need more assistance with this, like I say, in a couple of days, I'll release a 3-hour free course that will show you exactly how to build your personal brand. So if you want that, just subscribe for that video and just leave any comments down below in the description. But honestly, this has been life-changing for me, and focus on the long term as well, like delayed gratification. You're not going to post a TikTok video and it's not going to go viral tomorrow. You're not going to make $20,000 in your first month, probably. Maybe you will. I have experience with content, right? I told you I've got 12 million views and 155,000 subscribers. I understand the algorithms. I understand how to get sales from my content, and that's what I help people do. So I guess if you want consulting, you want me to work with you one-on-one to build your personal brand, build your business, and help build your funnels and actually do this for you, then just book in a call down below, first link down below in the description. But genuinely just like delay the gratification, build your personal brand. That is your USP. That's what separates you. Because if you're running an agency or something like that, you become commoditized because everyone is running the same offer as you. They're selling the same service to the same people. They're sending the same cold DMs. They're sending the same cold emails. The amount of cold emails and cold DMs I get is ridiculous. I don't even open a single one of them. You wouldn't buy something from cold emails. You wouldn't buy something from cold DMs. So why are you doing that as your business? It doesn't make sense. Do what these guys are doing. Bring leads in, right? You buy from brands that you know. You buy from influencers that you watch. You buy Prime Hydration because you watch Logan Paul and KSI, right? You don't buy it because they sent you a cold email to buy it, right? So just look at what these guys are doing and do what they're doing and not what they teach. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of my story in the first, in a whistle-stop tour. If you guys want more details, just obviously drop them down below in the comments. If you guys need more help, leave any questions down below in the comments. Make sure you subscribe for that 3-hour free course that's going to be dropping as well. And if you want to join my free course and free community that will show you how to get your first 100,000 views on YouTube in your first 30 days, DM me the word course on Instagram. It's @VolkisMatt, and I will give you access. Just give me your email and I'll send you an invite to join. And then, yeah, hopefully you got some value from this, but I'll see you guys in the next video.